Hey everybody, meet Smalls. This is my cat. She doesn't like people except for me, really. Oh, see, now she doesn't even like me. Alright, anyways. So here's what we're going to do. Over on the right, I just did a positive externality. If we got positives, we got to have negatives. I'm going to stand over here so that we can see this. And you can see me. So positive externality over here, we got added benefits. Negative externality, flip it. Now instead of having added benefits, we're going to have added costs. We talked about a couple examples in class. The one is the yappy dog. Okay? So we have extra costs. So now instead of having, hey, stop that. Stop that. Sorry, Small is scratching things. Still, get off of there. Beat it. Where was I? So we got extra costs now. Remember, our supply curve is our cost curve. I want you to take a second now. I'm going to pause the video. I want you to see if you can draw the extra supply curve here and where it's going to go. So take 1 second. I'm going to pause it. And I'm back. Alright, so here's how it should look. Well, this is our supply curve. We have added extra costs. So the supply curve is going up. Even though I've spent most of the year trying to get you to not do that. So there we go. We got two supply curves. Now the question becomes, where do we notate these? Marginal private benefit, marginal private cost, marginal social benefit, marginal social cost. I'm going to step out of the way. You can see the positive externality. Take a second and see if you can figure out where these notations are going to go on this side. I'm over here now. So here's how we got to do it. So let's see. We only have one benefit curve. So that gets pretty easy. So we can label that marginal private benefit, but really on the test, they're going to label it the marginal social benefit because this is going to include everybody's benefits. Remember, what's the benefit of having a dog? What's the benefit of my small skis here? The benefit is you get that love. You get to hang out with you. You pet the dog. Oh, I love the dog. I love the dog. All right? So my neighbor doesn't get any benefit from my cat. And if my cat were a really loud meower, all she would get was the cost. So, what we have here, we got two cost curves. The individual cost curves are marginal private costs. Now, if my cat's really loud and meows a lot, I pay a cost too in terms of my sleep, but my neighbor also pays those costs, so the marginal social cost is higher here. Now the question becomes, we've got two equilibrium points again. We need to figure out which is which and what they mean here. So take a look again here. We're going to look for the free market one and the socially optimum one. Alright? See if you can figure it out. I'm going to step out of the way again. See if you can figure out which one's going to be which here. Tricked you. You thought I was coming from over there that time. I didn't. I'm over here now. Alright. So now, the free market one, we got to find our private curves. So my private cost curve, there's only one benefit curve, so that's right here. So that's my free market one. So let's give it a price and quantity. Let's call it 150 and, I don't know, 10. Alright? Now, if we worry about everybody, we're going to go to our socially optimal. That's up here. So we got our social cost, and again, our social benefit. There's only one benefit. You'll notice the quantity is, fill in the blank for me, lower than the free market one. So say 100. And we'll make this, 15. Okay? So this, socially optimal. So if we worried about the cost and benefits to everybody with a negative externality, we should produce less yappy dogs or smog or cigarette smoke or whatever example your book uses or that you think of where there's an extra cost. Hey, I'm paying the cost of having my carpet ripped up. That's a private cost. My neighbor doesn't have that cost, so this one's not an externality really, but I digress. Now, the same thing applies here. They're going to ask you to look and identify a certain quantity and then tell them, hey, what's the marginal private benefit, marginal social benefit, etc., etc. So here's, I'm going to write this up on the board. Again, extra credit if you can do this here. So let's see. At free market quantity, what is the marginal social cost? See if you can look at the graph. See if you can get back to me and tell me what it is. All right, best of luck, guys.